And welcome back, and welcome back. Ooh, we have returned with the round of 8 with the quarterfinals. We're nearing the end of the broadcast here. A couple more matches left, a couple more series leading towards those grand finals. We're getting there, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our Polish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Storm Gaming. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the Finnish Zerg player, the blue Zerg. Sorry, blue? What? Red Zerg. Representing Berserker Esports, it is Mixu. And if you are in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will advance on to the semifinals. As a reminder, Bjorn is waiting in the semifinals for the winner of this series. So back to back, we have everything lined up. Going to be following this series into the semifinals versus Bjorn into the grand finals thereafter. If the upper semis is a little bit later, if it's delayed, and it does look like it might be delayed, we can catch the upper semis as well. That's only if they're a little bit later though, only if they take a little bit more time. So we'll at least have one semifinals for you. We might have a second semis as well. We'll see. For now, going to be settling in. It's going to be a hatch gas pool. Mixu force take the unnatural. Natural, Gerald being a bit of an annoyance, a bit of a nuisance here, is going to make his opponent a little bit more uncomfortable in the early game as we open up with a gate expand. So nothing too crazy, nothing too wild early on, just settling in. Just going to be settling in. And we'll see where Gerald will take this. Again, Gerald, he's more of a standard PvZ player. I expect him to go like Stargate into Oracle into +1 Blink. Doesn't really deviate too much. And clearly, Mixu is one to spice things up himself. Did already showcase his ZVT prowess and did something different every single game. And I might look to do something similar here against Gerald. So Probe is going to back up. Looking to scout and delay the third base for as long as it can. Probe is on the way. Adept is on the way, sorry. And never mind, I was saying like, yo, you know, Gerald, he's like a nice, wholesome PvZ player. He's gonna settle into a 3-base setup, into a Stargate, into the mid game. No. Twilight Council opener. Let's go. Twilight Council has been thrown down, and we'll see if we embrace Glaive Adepts or DTs. Could be one or the other. Now, the big tell so far, we have not pulled out of gas. We have yet to pull out of gas. If we do not pull out of gas, this looks like a Dark Shrine opener or Glaives into DTs. Actually, okay. I was like, we have yet to throw down a Robo. Robo's now on the way, so this should be a Dark Shrine from the side of Gerald. Meanwhile, across the map, Adept has arrived, going to be threatening a Shade. Mixu still just droning up, and Mixu has yet to confirm what's going on. He has a Leaf to scout for a third, but that's all he's really got. As the first Adept is joined by the second. Going to be shading in towards the main. There's that Dark Shrine that we spoke about. Is going to be DTs. And Adepts, they do get in. Drone goes down. We get one so far. Oh. We got one worker so far. Barely not a second. Mixu does pull away. Does react in time. Forcing a recall. And Gerald does get away. Again, his third base has been delayed. He's still stuck on 2 bases, but it's not about that. It's about the follow-up. It's about the initial DT and follow-up arc on Harass, which is about to move out across the map. Mixu currently is in the dark. He's still droning up. We should be seeing spores soon. I'm concerned if we see none. The game could end. Okay, there we go. The game could end then and there if we don't throw down the spore. But there we go. Roach Warren is on the way. Spore's been thrown down. Add to the third, and a spore in the main. So Mixu is covering his bases. Covering his bases, making sure he's safe and sound. Prism moves out. And Gerald is attempting to expand and take a third. Remember, this DT opener is merely an opener, it's not an all-in. Third base on the way, Leans are coming in first round. Very quick warp in. We do deny surface area. DT does come in to defend, which means we are aware of the opener. Gerald forced to show his hand. And back at home, we are getting ready. Spores are repositioning, DTs are waddling in, but we have plenty of detection. We're okay. We are in a solid position here. DT going towards the main. Spawn not quite in position. We can go for the drones. Oh. Go for the drones. We go for the queens. The prism is under fire. We do force the pickup. Oh, the prism is so low. So low, so close to going down. Oh no! One more shot! The prism falls! Oh my god, Gerald overextends! But DTs, they don't care. They just go into the mineral line. They get 5 drone kills. Not bad, but we need to get more to pay off that prism. At the same time, DT here at the natural as well. Gerald is popping off. Remember, the detection is stationary. But we shut down the DTs. 2 clean 2 of them up. 1 Dark Templar left. Back at home, Gerald expanding, following this up with a Bay. The Bay is done, Forge as well. That's a lot of tech for Gerald. Going for the Robo, Bay, +1, Blink. It means that Gerald's ground army is lacking. I mean, this is his army. 3 DTs and 2 Adepts. Gerald is taking up as much as he can. And Mixu has defended. So again, Mixu not in a bad position, is able to drone up, get up to 3 bases, 4th base now on the way. As the Archon moves out, Lings move in. But we're ready for this. Yeah, the Archon will shut down these Lings. As, yeah, the Lings are going to be shut down. Disruptors are on the way, not Colossus. Going for a Disruptor opener. Finland Zerg champion? True, true. Step aside, Cyril. it's all about Mixu, man. It's all about Mixu, as we do see Gerald warping in on the front lines. Doesn't have much to work with, but he does have enough to deny the 4th base. Roaches are going to be filing in. Archons taking some hits, and ooh, we do barely save them. Yeah, the Archons are going to be saved, but it looks like we get on top of the army. The base will survive. The prism goes down once again. Mixu, he's all over this. Just down the prism for the 2nd time. Chases down those stalkers as well. At the same time, gets eyes on the 4th base, and Mixu going for a counterattack. Drop Lords are on the way. Speed as well. Mixu setting up for a 3-base all-in. The 4th is just for show. We're moving out with Roaches, with Lings, with Queens as well. Once we have those Dropper Lords, Nova goes off. Nova's on cooldown. Just the 1 Disruptor to defend. And it's all or nothing for Mixu. Even doubling down, going for Burrow and Tunneling Claws. Oh my god. Okay. let him cook. Let him cook, man. We were getting on top of the main army. Disruptor's exposed. The Disruptor does go down. Massive pickup. Remember, there is no Warp Prism. It was sniped earlier. Gerald, he's under a lot of pressure. Another Disruptor has arrived. Nova goes up. Oh, we do split. We do spread. Nova does not connect. But Mixu looks like he barely does not have enough. There are 2 big Stalkers. And the Geralt will hold. He saved the base. Meanwhile, across the map, there are the Drop Lords that are being set up. Oh, Mixu's now droning. He was very committed. Mixu was very committed. He did not break the 4th base. He needs to get some damage done. Overlord's coming back. Gonna be picking up. And we are setting up for mass Roach harass. Do we have any detection? No detection. No detection, no observers. Roaches are being sent out. Dropper Lords are kind of coming into play as well. And again, no observers. No. Oh, there is a cannon. There is a cannon in position. Cannon is ready. Nothing quite in the Dropper Lords. But we do get eyes on those ETs. We have to reveal the burrow. The observer's on the way. Burrow is revealed. Cannons in position. Stalkers are not, though. The Novas! Ooh, massive connections. Oh my god! The Novas are insane. 2 massive connections, and just like that, Mixu bleeding out so much supply. I'm afraid to look. That was 22 Roaches going down. 23 Roaches. Ay, ay, ay. And with that, Geralt, he's in a good position. He's on 4 bases. He has the better economy. He has Disruptors. Geralt is snowballing out of control, and Mixu's being left in the dust. He's stuck with Roach Ravager. This does not scale well into a longer game. The supply does lie. Mixu may be maxed out, but he's maxed out with an inefficient army. He's pushing in towards our 4th base. We're punishing Mixu. We bleed out a lot of roaches. Expensive losses here for Mixu. Replace him with Lings. Trying to get a 5th base. Storm is on the way. I would not be opposed to like a second Robo in Immortal production at this point. With how heavily reliant we are on roaches. DT harassing across the map. Detection is going to get here just in time to save it. Hatchery will survive. So we're tipping in. Curve going off, zoning away Mixu. And you can see Mixu's been maxed out for quite some time. Gerald, he's maxing out. He's getting there. He's catching up in terms of that army supply. Bailey's rolling in. Nova goes off, connects with roaches. Bailey's will get into the middle line. The probes, there's no way out. Massive connections. Bailey says shut down the probes, but what about the main army? That's what I'm concerned about. As Gerald can and will take the fight. Okay, back up to 4-base saturation. Disruptor count getting higher. Storm is now done. And soon Gerald is going to move out across the map. And when that does happen, Mixu, I don't know if he can hold. Going for a split push. They will connect. One Disruptor goes down. At the same time, we force a cancel on the 5th. Mixu, he needs to be hyper-aggressive. He needs to be in the face of Gerald. Pushing in once again. Nova zones away the army. Giving time for Gerald to respond. As he does rotate over. Miles take down the shield batteries. We're going to be chasing Mixu down. Gerald doesn't quite go for the chase. Doesn't commit. Roaches, they get the High Templar. Oh! They get one! Oh, Novas, they take down the Ravagers. Not the best trade here for Mixu. Leading out a lot of supply. Gerald is supply block, though. Supply block, we barely save at most of those Disruptors. Mixu attempting to roll in. Nice preemptive Nova there, but a last Disruptor is exposed. And will barely go down. Mixu rotating towards the left. Still pushing in. The Nova's gonna be insane! Massive connection! We bring down the Bailings. We have an offensive weapon as well. Oh, Zeltar going down, but we shut down the Roach Ravager. And Gerald, now, for the first time in a long time, has a massive army supply lead. He's moving out across the map. Mixu in a lot of trouble, building up some Lings, some Bailings. Trying to get into Hydra Lurker Viper, but it's not going to happen. Not anytime soon. Lurker Den is on the way. Lings are buying time. They do distract the army. They're forcing Gerald back home. We force a cancel. Gerald does race back. And the Lurkers are on the way. They're on the horizon. Oof. Massive DC counterattack, though. We do bring down a base. Hatchery does hold. Mixu trying to find those DTs. And Geralt is now maxed out. He's at 200 supply. Mixu going for a lane drop. Okay, going for a lane drop towards the natural. Has potential if only there weren't Archons in position already. Oh my god. We're ready for this. Ooh, Overlord goes down. That was a full Overlord as well. One drop Lord left. So I'll run right towards the natural. Bailings, they connect. Let's go rotate over. Lurkers, hey, they're up and running. We have Lunkers. We can hold if it wasn't for the Disruptors. Ooh, massive connections. Queen's going down. Lurker Likewise, barely survives by the transfuse. Barely, papi. Versions, they do hit the fringe base. 5th base finally getting up and running. And Gerald is pushing in. Massive connections once again. Oh my god, on those lurkers. Storms as well. Would you pick off 2 of those High Templar? 1 High Templar left? We have disruptors. That's all that matters. We still have those disruptors to zone away the lurkers. Pushing in, making our way towards the natural. Vipers are looking exposed. We blink in. We snipe both. Both Vipers go down. Oh my god. It's going to cost us a couple of Stalkers, but well worth it for Gerald. As he catches the Vipers. How many lurkers do we have? We're on 14 lurkers. It's an okay amount. We do have Seismic Spines. We do have lurker range, but not adapted talents. Never going up. Ooh, massive connection. Does soften up those lurkers. At the same time, Stalker counterattack on the right hand side is going to be distracting Gerald, or distracting Mixu. Gerald does bleed out a disruptor. How did he get the base? He does get the expansion. Gerald does recall back. Ooh. Not able to gain much ground. Mixu, he is looking to stabilize. We're getting there. We're not there yet. Our economy is in shambles. Like, Mixu cannot max, as he's down heavily here in workers. But if we can buy some time, if we can somehow buy some more time with all these lurkers, then we could recover eventually. Meanwhile, DT in the mineral line. Army pushing in. We cash the transferring workers. We're going to deny the base. Yeah, the hatchery will fall. Ooh. To get feedback on the infestor. Never's going up. No major connections. Lurker counterattack. There is a way in behind the mineral line. Ooh. We get the observer. Let's go. I don't know if that was the intention, but not a bad pickup. No detection. Oh, and Gerald, he's trapped. Nice feedback. So Gerald is gonna have to recall. Gonna have to recall the hell out of here. When Infestor does overextend, Nova's going up. Do we have a recall available? As we clean up the lurkers back at home. Mixu setting up us around. Remember, no detection. Yeah, we're gonna be trapped. Gerald is trapped. There's no way out of this. We will lose all of this supply. Oh my god, trying to force his way out. Novas, they do not connect, and we lose everything. Mixu, have we come back? Have we brought it back? At the same time, Gerald just setting it right down mid. Going for the natural. Zelzay at the natural base. The main army hits the third. The lurkers are racing back home. Drop detection. Ooh. Massive detonations there. 2 lurkers go down. But Mixu is holding. We're getting down and dirty. We're getting scrappy, papi. It's getting very scrappy here. Mixu is still lacking saturation, but he has lurkers. He has an army. I would say that the longer this goes on, the better it is for Gerald. That is true, but Mixu has potential here with the lurkers, with the infestors. Fun fact, we don't have Hydra speed, sorry. Hydra speed are now on the way. We don't have Hydra range either. I was like, why are these Hydras so slow? Hydra speed being researched. At the same time, Zelarambai runs into lurkers. About 23 drones go down. Ooh, we eviscerate the economy. It was barely there to begin with. Mixu down to 28 drones. What you see is what you get. This is the final army for Mixu. But he has fought back hard. We are going to be reinforcing. It's going up. Ooh, shaving off an infestor. A lurker as well. Another lurker goes down. We're bleeding out lurkers, and we can't replace these losses here. Gerald, he's double expanding. He's maxed out. He has a base mining. Meanwhile, Mixu does not. Mixu is on a half a base economy. That's all he has left. Barely anything. Up. Oh my god. As feedbacks are insane, we shut down the spellcasters of Mixu. Lurkers will deny the base though. Oh, the divers! Oh my god. We get 3 lurkers. Brutal losses for Mixu. Magrat's pushing in. Oh no, we don't get the disruptor. It goes down, but only after the Nova. GG gets called as carriers do reveal themselves. I mean, Gerald could make whatever he wanted at that point, and Gerald does take game number 1. Whew. But that was not the cleanest of games. GG. Gerald does take a lead, but that was a very, very chaotic game 1. Mixu was up against the wall for a lot of that, but had his own moments. Definitely. He was able to pose a threat to Gerald. Able to deny some bases, able to get some decent engagements. And GG, well played. Gerald does take a lead. And we'll see if we can bring it back and force the ace match. Oh boy. We shall see. As game 2 is going to be on Crimson Court. Going to be selling into Crimson. Meanwhile, it looks like we have some other updates going on in the brackets. The rest of some of the earlier rounds are finally progressing. Thankfully. Here we go, we're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Crimson Court, we have our Polish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Psystorm Gaming. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Finnish Zerg player down in this series. We're going to bounce back here and now, representing Berserker Esports. It is Mixu. Here we go. Whew, okay. And Mixu, he was fighting his heart out, trying to hold on, trying to recover. Wasn't quite able to in the end, but hey, he made a game out of it. Did fight back, and Mixu going for the center base. Okay, bold move out of Mixu. We spoke about this last time, but the center base is known for leading to all-ins. It's a good way to spread creep and launch creep across the map real quick. Take the Rich-Vesting Gas Geyser, rush into an early Roach Warren, and embrace a Roach Queen all-in. We'll see if that's the case for Mixu. As, oh, he does catch the drone. Almost does get the kill. Oh, he wants it! He wants it, Bobby! Up! Up! And he will! Probe does go down. The probe does fall, as it is going to be a hatch gas pool. Because of that probe falling, that means that Geralt, he's a little bit more in the dark as to whether or not we're rushing into anything too crazy early on. But last Geralt will soon move out with the initial Adept. It's going to be a gate expand as a Cybercore into the eventual Adept. Until then, Geralt is in the dark. I appreciate this though, he does move out with a second probe scout. Geralt, he doesn't want to get caught out. He doesn't want to get caught with his pants down. I don't blame him. It's cold. It's cold, Pat. Get him up. Probe confirms the base. As the Mixu is in the midst of saturating. Geralt has arrived to get eyes on the third base to delay and confirm the third is being taken. Here in position. Lanes will zone it away. Mixu should soon be expanding. For now, just droning up. Link speed is on the way. It's going to be a Stargate opener out of Geralt. This time, something more standard. As a reminder, last game it was a DT opener out of our Protoss player. This time, Stargate into Oracle. Anyway. By calming things down, calming things down. Gerald moving out with our initial 2 adepts. Maintaining ourselves in between our bases. Mixu still joining up. Still too early to really commit to anything too crazy, but we should soon be taking our gas. Soon. We're getting there. Once we get full drone saturation. Creep is spreading as we speak. Adepts, they shade into the main. They get 1, they get 2 drones. And they do go for the recall, and they will both escape. Very nicely done. 2 drone kills, and the adepts do make it out. Meanwhile, gases are now on the way. So now we have to keep an eye on the roach timing, the roach warren timing, likewise the lair timing as well. We get 5 drones already here at the center base. A strong start for Gerald. Gets 5 drones, second oracle's on the horizon. Gerald, no fear, takes the 3rd base. No reason not to. As Gerald rotates around, no queens in position! No queens, no spores, more drones falling. Aye, aye, aye. We get 3 drones and even two larvae. Even managed to get some larvae here, and yeah, we're just pulling Mixu apart. Mixu getting punished for skipping those spore crawlers. I mean, if you can be in position, if you can defend with your queens, then it's worth it. But if not, then things very quickly get out of hand and they get out of control. Spore in the main, spore at the natural, no spore at the 3rd. Oracles are still up and running. And there's the Roach Warren. Roach Warren's now on the way. Based on how many drones we've lost, at this point, Mixu may just commit to an all-in. Looking at the results tab, 11 drones have gone down. The creep is looking solid, moving out across the map. We'll see if Mixu does commit. The problem is that Gerald's in control, and he's not skipping warp-ins. We have Stalkers being morphed in now to reinforce. We have a Fortune Twilight Council +1 and Blink. Creep is being denied. As more tumors are going down, we find the final tumors! And Mixu's not droning. Mixu, he's not droning. He's cutting workers at 43. He's making nothing but lings and roaches and queens. It's going to be all or nothing for Mixu. He is committed. We'll catch out some of these adepts. Not bad. The oracles trade well. Stalker's pulling away. Here we go. Mixu has to pull the trigger. We're morphing in as many Ravagers as we can, so it's going to be a Ling Ravager Queen all in. The creep is still standing strong. Let's spread that creep. Getting on top of the 3rd base. Shield battery's exposed. Without the shield battery, no overcharge. Shield battery is going to go down. Lings, they collapse on the pylon. Queens are waddling in. We depower the gateways. And Mixu is gaining ground. He's pushing on forward. Again, no sack defense. Stalkers are being zoned away. We shut down the shield batteries. All 3 of them go down. And we have control of the 3rd base. Mixu will bring this down. And back at home, he's droning. Back at home, he's droning up. He's going for a lair. He's teching. Kills the 3rd base. Now he has to get the hell out of here. Does race back. Ling Ravager can get a pylon. And maybe get even more than that. So the piles! They bring down the pylon. They depower the gateway. They depower the wall. Oh my god. Some of the piles, they graze the army. Mixu overextending a little bit here. Some Lings do make it into the main. Getting 9 probe kills. Not bad. We do somewhat break in. But with the help of the overcharge, Mixu should respect this and should back up. Lings, they get into the main once again, getting another probe. They get 1 extra probe in the main. From here, Mixu does retreat. Gerald does cancel, expanding on the left-hand side, but the rocks are already being knocked down. Mixu, he's here. Oh. Can threaten that expansion. And again, behind this, Mixu's been droning up. Infestation bits on the way. That's going to be for Hive Tech. Mixu double expanding, getting a 4th and a 5th base. Let's go. As Mixu still maintains a lead. Maintains a nice lead. Right now, the pressure is on Gerald to fight back, to get some kind of counter damage. Oracles are moving out. Queens are in position. We zone them away. May have gotten a lot of worker kills earlier, but again, Mixu has more than made up for that. She has made up for it. Hive now on the way. Getting to our Hive, working towards Vipers. And eventually Lurker Tech as well. That should be the direction that we're heading in. No Hydrogen yet, which is a little bit concerning. I'd love to see a Hydrogen here at a Mixu. Love to see that Hydrogen. Meanwhile, Gerald trying to stabilize, getting into his Robotech. Double Robo with a Bay as well. Should be for Colossus, potentially Disruptor. As we can at least shut down the Gas Geyser. Ooh. Gas Geyser does go down. Gerald does blink away in time. Disruptor production has begun. It is a risky maneuver to rush into Disruptors like this, but it's a risk we have to take. Disruptors, they can pop off, they can help you recover if you're down in supply. And Mixu, he does not go for the Hydrogen. He's doubling down on Lingbane Roach Ravager, is investing into Adrenal and some Hive upgrades. No Vipers yet. Vipers would be ideal to abduct and yoink those Disruptors. Until then, Massive Stasis. Stasis does catch the Lings. Vipers are now on the way. And Mixu still in control. With the help of those Vipers, we will have an answer to the Disruptors. We'll have an answer. So do threaten Mixu. Gerald taking another base, double expanding. Getting a fourth and a fifth at the same time. Meanwhile, the Rock's about to be knocked down. Nova's going off. Decent connections, but the Disruptors are exposed. No, this is not worth it. We did connect with Banelings, but the Disruptors, one of them at least going to be going down. Oh, just the one. The other does survive. Just barely. But the Rocks have been knocked down. Now we can threaten both bases. Decent stasis. Nova's going off. We can hold on to the right-hand side. What about the left? Yeah, what about the left here? Blind Attack going to be thrown down. Stalkers, they have to retreat. Nova goes off. Big connection on the Roaches. Up. And the Ravagers. Very nice Novas, but it's a kill on the Nexus on both bases. Both Nexus go down. Aye, aye, aye. Gerald has been trading well with the main army with those Disruptors. And once again, takes down his own gateways, but gets the Banelings. Nova's going up. Alas, they don't quite connect, and Mixu, he's doing is just pulling Gerald apart. Left and right Lings, they flood into the main. And all we have to do is deny the fourth. Deny the expansion time and time again. So to wreak havoc, 19 probes going down. Gerald is all in. There's no coming back from this, not anymore. And Mixu's maxing out. Shutting down pylons. Banelings crashing into the third. Lings flooding in as well. Army's out of position. We have Disruptors, but again, there's only so much they can do on their own. Storm's coming in as well. We get into the mineral line. And Mixu is looking to overwhelm. He's just swarming out of control. And once again, a good Nova. Like, the Novas have been on point. But it doesn't matter. Not anymore. Yeah, the all-in from Mixu earlier did pay off. Did give us enough of a lead. Once again, Nova takes down a big chunk of Roaches. But the base is under fire, and we are focusing down the Nexus, and we're knocking Gerald down to two bases from 3. Ooh, Infestor's going to be going down. Some brutal losses. Expensive trades. Oh. Novas will connect, but now the disruptors are exposed. Disruptors are going down one after the other. And Mixu has finally done it. He's broken the main army. The only thing keeping Gerald in this game was the disruptors. And they still are. But he lost so many of them. As Mixu is being forced back. Behind this, still just rallying across the map at this point, committing here to just roach play. Who needs Hydras? Who needs Lunkers when you have roaches? Oh, true. When you have like a 2 base advantage, a 3 base advantage even, compared to your opponent. As the 6th is on the way. Gerald trying to hold on. Coping a little bit. A little bit. I mean, we understand. Disruptors are good, Pappy. True, like disruptors, they can pop up. But not like this. Not like this. Again, good connections. 2 disruptors left. Sutter stepping forward. GG gets called as we break into the natural as well, and Mixu will tap the series 1-1. We are going to the ace match. GG. Ooh. GG, well played. We're going all the way to game number 3. Let's go. Again, winding it back, it was a pretty long game overall, but Mixu, he did pop off with his initial 3-base all-in. He went for a Ravager Ling Queen walk across the map to hit and knock down the 3rd base of Gerald. Shield battery went down ahead of time, so there was no shield batteries, no side defense, no overcharge, no nothing at the 3rd base. It did fall, and from that moment onward, Mixu was able to maintain control of the map, maintain control of the economy. Was able to maintain himself. And now we're getting into game 3. Mixu, I should also give praise to Mixu in the sense that he was very quick to knock down those rocks to deny and delay the 3rd base. Likewise, also do the same to the attempted double expand of Geralt as well. He was very quick to knock down those rocks, very quick to gain access to that location of the map, to that area of the map, so he could maintain his lead. And now we're getting into the ace match. We're getting into game 3, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of side Delta, we have our Polish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Sidestorm Gaming. Being forced into the ace match, it is Gerald. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent, we have the Finnish Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Berserker Esports, it is Mixu. Go. In the absence of several, Mixu has to take the mantle as to rise up as the representative of Finland. So far, doing well for himself. Making it to the ace match, and can he go the distance? Can he go even further than that? Forced to take the unnatural. Natural, probe was in position. Nice little start for Gerald. And Gerald has been mixing it up. Game 1, it was a DT opener. Game 2 was Stargate. Game 3... what do you got? What do you have for us, Gerald? Likewise, Crimson Court did kind of lend towards that all-in. We spoke about it before, but because of the map, because of the base and the expansion setup that Mixu had gone for, it was ideal for a Queen Walker across the map, just because of that center expansion, just because of the Recessing Gas Geyser. It all kind of led into it. Here on side Delta, we don't have those advantages. We don't have that going for us this time. So I expect a different setup here out of Mixu. Crimson Court did kind of favor him or help boost him into that all-in. Side Delta won't be doing that. So now we're calming down, settling in. Gerald's going for his gate expand to have our Cybercore on the way, soon going for our tech of choice. The pylon placement is interesting. If it was a Stargate opener, it'd be closer to the edge. Here, we could go either or. We could try to hide tech or just commit to the Stargate here in between the bases. We'll see what we go for. See what our tech is going to be. There it is! Twilight Council has been thrown down. Okay! Game 1, we had DTs. Game 3, do we go for the DTs once again, or do we embrace Glaive Adepts? What do you have for us? What do you got? So far, we have not pulled out of gas. As we don't pull out of gas, most likely going to be a Dark Shrine opener instead. I mean, hey, it worked out for Geralt in Game 1. May as well embrace it here in Game number 2. As we have not pulled out, so Robo's on the way. It is going to be a Dark Shrine opener out of Gerald. And we'll see how much damage he can get done with it. Likewise, hopefully Mixu doesn't cut too many corners. If he does, the DTs can pop off, can wreak havoc, and can end the game. So we are going to be walling up. Ling's looking for the third. Adepts are moving out across the map. And there's that Dark Shrine that we did mention earlier is on the way. Now, the DTs themselves don't have to get damage done. If they are deflected, then we can always morph them into Archons and hunt down Overlords, threaten Lings, threaten drones. There are layers here to this opener and to this build. And for the time being, no spores, which is okay. We can still delay the spores a little bit longer. But I'm hoping that Mixu doesn't cut too many corners. So Adepts do threaten the Shade. We've reached the 4-minute mark. This is around the time when we should be getting ready. Ooh, that's an early Roach Warren. That is a 4-minute Roach Warren here from Mixu. But it looks like we have recognized it's not a Stargate opener, so it's just a safety Roach Warren timing. There we go. We have a Spore in the main, Spore at the third, Spore at the natural, Spore in every single base. We're getting ready. We're going to have Roaches in time. We're going to have Detection in time as well. Prism is on the way. Adepts, they do shade into the main. Drones are going down. Oh. A lot of drones, actually. We're going to get 4, we're going to get 5, 6 drone kills. Forget about the DTs. The Adepts are popping off. 7 drone kills. The Prism takes a lot of damage, though. Prism takes a lot of hits. Has to retreat. We still get the 7 drone kills in the main. And the Dark Templar are denied. Because the Prism took so much damage, we have to back off. We have to retreat. And this DT opener didn't really do much here. I'm a little bit concerned. We at least defend the base. We defend well. Again, the Adept Harass makes up for it. Getting those 7 drones. DTs and Archons now morphing in. Lings, they threaten the third. We do maintain ourselves. And behind this, Gerald's rushing into a bay, rushing into, I imagine, Colossus. I say imagine Colossus just because Gerald has been very fond of disruptors this series and hasn't made a single Colossus. But in this kind of game state, I would prefer Colossus. We'll see, though. We'll see. As Archons are moving out. Back at home, at Mixu droning, getting his spores up. Gerald's going to be keeping Mixu busy, threatening a dive. Queens are keeping up, though. They get on top of the Prism. Oh, God. Prism takes a lot of damage. Takes a lot of hits. Does survive. Queens pulling away. Archons do gain ground. And the Archons do have to be respected. A lot of damage being dealt to the Queens. Oh, 1 Queen goes down. Not bad. First Queen does fall. We juggle against the Lings. So many Lings go down as well. Very efficient trades here from the Archons. Meanwhile, back at home. Oh, good. Gerald, he's a disruptor boy. He likes him, Bob. He likes him. Does handle his balls quite well. I mean, hey, I don't blame him. Both in Game 1 and in Game 2. Even the game he lost, the Purification Overs were on point. So once again, we are rushing into disruptors. It's not about the Colossus. Not in this series. No. Here we go. So disruptors are amassing across the map. Mixu droning up, getting up to 3 bases, getting a 4th on the way. We're calming things down. I'm assuming a 4th is going to be on the way. There it is. Hatchery soon to be taken. Archons are still being active. We picked off some Queens and Lings earlier, and we're still not done. We want the Queen! Oh. No transfuse. The Queen is going to go down. We get 1 Queen. We have control of the main base. And we head for the mineral line. Okay, these Archons are a menace. They can do so much. And they get another Queen! 2nd Queen goes down. Oh, God. This is getting out of hand. It's getting far too out of hand here. 2 Queens fall. The drones will survive. Again, we do deny a lot of mining time. As the Prism does pull away. Behind this, as it's been wreaking havoc, we have 3 disruptors back at home. 4th is on the way once we get out of the supply block. Mixu likewise expanding. This fourth base does feel quite late for Mixu. Quite delayed. And Gerald has the better economy. 72 workers, fourth base on the way. Pretty on par with the fourth base of Mixu. It's never something you want to see as a Zerg player. Oh, he wants the drone. He gets it. Oh, not quite. There we go. Barely does get the worker kill. And behind this, Mixu's taking up into Hive Tech. Hive is on the way. That should be for Vipers. The Lings get on top of the fourth base. Looking for a cancel. Uh-oh. They get us around. And they will force a cancel. Massive pickup. The base is canceled, but Gerald, he doesn't care. He's going for his push. He's going across the map with those disruptors. We've been building them up over time. We have 3 disruptors with the main army. First Nova goes off. The disruptors are here. And can Gerald knock this base down? I mean, there's barely any creep, but he does retreat. Okay. Gerald not feeling too confident. He's thinking about those Novas, though. He wants them. He wants the Roach Ravager. Oh! And he does go for the Nova! No! We look away! Massive connections. 2 Novas go off. We shut down most of the Roach Ravager back across the map. Likewise, we catch out a harassing force of Roaches. Gerald can now expand. When he shuts down the army, Gerald taking a massive supply lead. Ay, ay, ay. Cheeky moves out of Gerald. There we go, he is moving out. Fourth base now being taken towards the south. Link counterattack is going to slip into the natural, but we have a cannon in position, and now we can focus on our main push. Again, still 2 more disruptors behind this. Sorry, even 3 more. 2 Novas go off, 2 left. 2 Novas left over. They are available. The others coming off of cooldown, so Gerald, he can maintain himself, catch some overlords. Novas turn back the army. Up! Grazing the Ravagers. And hopping up there from Gerald. Very nice control. Saves every single disruptor. Rotating over. It is risky making use of disruptors like this and rushing into them, but hey, it's worked out. Worked out beautifully. The Novas! Oh my god. Have been brutal. And Mixu just cannot engage, not freely. Finally getting on top of some of these disruptors. 3 disruptors go down. Not bad, but what about the Stalkers? What about the mass gateway army? Stalkers have a mass. We're pushing in. And we do have some blinding clouds. We dive on top of the army. Nice blinding clouds. They do cover a good chunk of these Stalkers, but alas, we still have so much supply, so much to work with. We blink on through. GG gets called, and Gerald will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. GG, well played. Gerald will take the series, will advance on. Mixu, unfortunately, just was unable to keep up with the Depth Harass, the Archon Harass as well. And the follow-up push, alas, it was just, yeah, too much to keep up with. Was able to deny the 4th base. I was impressed when Mixu was able to force a cancel on that Nexus. But unfortunately, when it came to the main fights, we were unfortunately a little bit lacking. Vipers were a nice addition, but the Vipers did arrive a little bit too late. By the time they did, the Disruptors had already paid for themselves. They'd already popped off. They've already gotten so much value, so much damage. Vipers were a little bit too late there towards the end for Mixu. And with that, GG. GG, well played. We are getting ready for our next series. We mentioned it before, but we have our players lined up here. It is going to be a semifinals match between Gerald and Bjorn. Oh boy. Bjorn has been patiently waiting this entire time. Patiently waiting for his opponent. Let's catch up on the bracket.